Action figures are great!
Welcome to the newest edition of TNInews with your host, JC. Hey everybody, JC here, and welcome to an impromptu live stream going on a little early today because I wanted to get out in front of the whole San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Hasbro thing. There's been some miscommunication. And so we finally have all the details, but things have changed since I last talked to you guys on Friday. So I just wanted to make sure you guys were aware. We have the news up on the sites Hasbro's put out on social media, but I just wanted to kind of get on here a little bit early. So let's break it down real quick. Hasbro, San Diego Comic-Con exclusives, all of them are going up for pre-order on Hasbro Pulse today, starting in a half hour, starting at 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time for premium members. So for those of you who paid the $50, you'll get first access at the exclusives, and then everybody, if there's anything left, will get access to the exclusives at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, this includes the Once a Man Cobra Commander figure, the Transformer 2-pack, the Fractured Friendship 2-pack, the Black Series Darth Maul with Sith Speeder from episode 1 and for Black Series. And then also going up is the Marvel Legends Death's Head figure, the fan channel exclusive. Now, this figure and this figure alone will also be going up at places like Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth starting at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So this is a fan channel exclusive. So what I said about this figure last week was correct. What I kind of made an assumption is that only this was going up today and not the Hasbro actual San Diego Comic-Con exclusives. And Hasbro didn't put word out until just a short while ago. So they waited literally to the last minute to announce that these exclusives were going up on Hasbro Pulse. But again, the Death's Head figure, which was made first available at San Diego Comic-Con, that's how I got mine, is going to be going up again first on Hasbro Pulse, premium members at 1 p.m., everyone else on Hasbro Pulse at 2 p.m., and then everywhere else or other fan channel e-tailers like Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment Earth will be able to list this at 7 p.m. this evening. So if this is the figure that you want, I don't think you'll have a problem getting it. It should be pretty widely available. And honestly, I say support the small businesses and go buy this from a Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment Earth, or whatever other e-tailers that are buying it beyond Hasbro Pulse. But that's just me. Now, again, as far as the other stuff, the Once a Man Cobra Commander, the Transformer 2-pack, and the Star Wars Black Series item, those will only be available on Hasbro Pulse. If you're wondering whether you should be, paying the $50 for the premium membership to try and get these, in other words, will these still be available at 2 p.m. for the other people? It's hard to say. Hasbro says they have a limited number available. How many they sold at San Diego? I don't think any of these exclusives sold out at San Diego Comic-Con. I won't swear to that, but I don't think any of them sold out. I think the Cobra Commander one will be the most popular of the three going up. So that's the only one that I might be a little worried about selling out before 2 p.m. But I can't sit here and say I would recommend paying $50 for the premium membership just to try and get those figures. Again, I can't guarantee they will still be available at 2 p.m., that they won't have sold out, but my feeling is, or let me say it this way. And I still need the Cobra Commander because I didn't have time to stand in line during Comic-Con to get one for myself. So the only reason why I got the Death's Head is because Shartimus Prime had an extra one and couldn't fit it in his suitcase when he was packing up to go home. And I was like, well, I'll go in and just buy it off of you. So that's the only reason why I had Death's Head. But I still need to get the Cobra Commander. I'm not a premium member. I won't pay Hasbro's $50 to become a premium member. I don't buy enough from Hasbro Pulse for the free shipping, which is generally what people will use as the justification for it. Because again, except for the actual Pulse exclusives, I try not to buy from Hasbro Pulse because I'd rather support the small businesses out there that Hasbro is essentially competing with Hasbro Pulse. So, and I've been pretty clear on that stance many times, and that has not changed. So if it's available elsewhere, I always recommend that you go elsewhere, not buy it directly from any of these toy companies. Not just Hasbro Pulse. It's whether McFarlane, NECA. If they're available elsewhere, then go and support your small businesses, not these big box retailers or these big box corporations or what have you, because they are not the lifeblood of this hobby. Those smaller e-tailers are. So again, that's just my thoughts. But I wanted to be clear because again, there's been confusion. And I've seen, some people were saying they were going up today, but I don't think they had anything to base that on other than just they saw the Death's Head going up. Today was supposed to be going up today, but that wasn't clear because the Death's Head technically is not a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. It is a fan channel exclusive. So just because that was going up today didn't necessarily mean that the others were. However, in this case, that did end up being what Hasbro did. So they waited till the very, like I said, they waited as long as possible to let anyone know officially that these were going up today, but they are in fact going up. So, and same thing with the e-tailers. I checked with some e-tailers this morning about the Death's Head because I was like, is this going up? Is Death's Head going up at places like Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth today? I had noticed on the Entertainment Earth drop zone page that they did not have a Hasbro pre-order listed for today. And so I was like, is this in fact going up today? And as of this morning, e-tailers actually didn't have it on their schedule. They had to reach out to Hasbro and say, hey, are we going to be able to offer this? And I guess Hasbro's like, oh yeah. So I don't know what's going on there. I don't know if they're kind of going, making the stuff up as they go or what, but it's been very confusing. But we now have the final information on those because I know a lot of you have been asking about the exclusives. So, and if you want to get Once a Man Cobra Commander, I wish you luck. Like I said, I'm going to wait until 2 p.m. If it's still available, I'm going to get it. If it's sold out before then I'll just have to live without it. But that's my stance, and you guys will have to make those decisions about whether you're going to pay the $50 or whatever to get it first or not. So since this was an impromptu live stream going on early today, I'm not sure how many people were here, but let's just do a quick roll call. Mr. Allmine, and if you guys, those of you who do have the premium membership, if at 1:00 you need to jump off to go pre-order your San Diego Comic-Con exclusives, I totally understand. But Mr. Allmine, yes, today the time was correct because again, I wanted to jump on before everything went up to just clarify what was going on. Frankie, let's freaking go. Frankie's ready to go. Alonzo, let's do this. Awesome. Toy Force is in the house. Good to see you. Must be up late. Zim is in the house. Good to see you, my friend. Gnarly Charlie. Is that my final? It is. It is my final answer. My God, it changed like 50 times. Oh my God. I was like, I thought, what I told you guys last week about Death's Head ended up being 100% correct. Though this morning I was having doubts because when I was reaching out to e-tailers to confirm they were going to be putting it up today, they were like, yeah, we don't have any indication of that. So I was like, what the frack is going on? But finally we got those details. Quinn's Comics, what's up? I hope all is well with you and the family. My friends, hope you're having a great day. Same to you as always, Quinn. Felix is in the house. What's up? Ready to empty my wallet soon. So good luck to you. Yeah, the only I'm not. I don't think the Transformers and even the Star Wars, I don't think are going to sell out. I don't think. Well, I won't say definitely, because again, we don't really know how many of these Hasbro is actually making available. Are they true? Did they? And this is the other thing we don't know. Is Hasbro just taking whatever stock they had left over at San Diego, and that's what they're putting up, or had they allotted a certain number to begin with to go up on Hasbro Pulse? They don't give us those details. So, but my feeling is, like I said, if any of them sell out in the first hour, my money would be on the Cobra Commander. And I'm not saying that one will sell out in the first hour. I'm just saying that if, based on the responses I've seen from people, that seems to be the one people are most interested in. Beyond Death's Head. But Death's Head being, again, it's a fan channel exclusive. That one I'm not worried about selling out at all. Gnarly Charlie, really thanks for the hard work. Love that Death's Head. Yes. And this is a nice figure. So I showed you briefly on, I think it was Friday, but this weekend I had a time to play with it more, and I did a detailed photo gallery of it. So one thing I wasn't clear on, because I'd actually kind of forgotten, somebody reminded me, with the hands, yes, you only get the one grip hand, but technically I guess these weapons are really meant more for him to stick in his hand and shoot it out of his arm or whatever, because again, he is kind of like a robot cyborgish type dude. So I guess technically he doesn't really need two grip hands with this figure. But the one thing Death's Head, has been in Marvel Comics. He's been in X-Men titles and things like that before. Though I think that was really more Death's Head 2, if I remember correctly. But he's also, was in Transformer comics in the UK. And one thing that was always confusing to me is, how big is Death's Head really supposed to be? Because in the Transformer comics, he's basically the same size as the Transformers, but like in other Marvel comics, he's normal human size. So that always was confusing to me about his scale. But again, and if you haven't checked it out and you want to get a better look at it, again, I've got a full gallery. So here's some for you Transformer fans. There's with Marvel Legends. So but definitely it's a cool figure. So I do recommend it. If you're at all a fan of the character, whether it's a fan on the Transformer side or on the Marvel side, I do recommend this figure. Hasbro did a good job with it. And I like the weapons stay in there nice. Unlike the Marvel Universe, the smaller scale one, where this piece always falls out if you look at it wrong, it does stay in there nice with the Marvel Legend version. Just detailing on it's really good. So I think they did a good job with that. Road Pig John, I'm here, but need to buy Cobra Commander today. Awesome website for him and cool news. Thank you, man. So again, if you're a premium member, you've got about 15 minutes before you can pre-order it. If not a premium member, then you'll have to wait till 2. But definitely today is the day. Now, keep in mind, I also want to point this out because based on past exclusives, there's two options. If there's a huge demand for these, sometimes Hasbro will flip to, they'll sell through their inventory and then they'll flip to a made to pre-order type thing. So you might have to wait longer, but they do end up making it more available to people online. Now that's in years past where either San Diego was canceled or Hasbro wasn't selling the San Diego Comic-Con exclusives directly. Whether they would be willing to do that this year, I don't know, but there is a possibility of that. Also, sometimes, they'll say they sell out and then like weeks later they'll make it available again. So I don't know if this will be the only chance you'll be able to get these. And that's assuming they sell out, because they might not sell out. I really don't know. So Eric, yes, Dust Channel 100% confirmed. 1 p.m. premium time on Hasbro Pulse, 2 p.m. for everyone else on Hasbro Pulse, 7 p.m. Eastern time at other fan channel retailers like Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth. So 7 p.m. So later, that's why on the slide that they showed at San Diego Comic-Con, they had 7 p.m. And Dan Young this weekend had indicated that like it would go up earlier on Hasbro Pulse. He didn't give a time this weekend. Dan likes to be cryptic on his social media posts a lot of time, but when I saw that, I took that to mean, oh well, Hasbro Pulse is probably going to put it up at 1, and then everywhere else will put it up at 7, which is what ended up happening. However, again, this morning when I reached out to e-tailers to see if they were going to be putting it up, earlier this morning, they didn't have any indication, and I was like, oh shit, maybe it's only going to be made available on Hasbro Pulse. But then later in the day, they came back and said, oh yeah, we are going to be listing it. So, and Dan Young has also confirmed now on Twitter that, or X, whatever you want to call it, that they will be available as, at other e-tailers at 7 p.m. Mr. Allmine should try for Once a Man early. I remember last year. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, we'll probably still be on the air here at 1 p.m. So we can flip over to Hasbro Pulse and see what's going on. We'll do it live. What's up, William? Good to see you. What's up? All right, so because some of you probably will be jumping off to try and pre-order stuff at 1 p.m., let's go into the other big news reveal of the day, and that is also on the Marvel Legend front. And we got a new wave revealed. So surprisingly, I don't know why they didn't show these off at San Diego Comic-Con, but we've got a new Spider-Verse wave. So Collider was the first one to reveal these. Now, I will say Collider only said these were going to be going up on Hasbro Pulse on the 8th. The 8th is when August 8th is when these go up for pre-order at 1 p.m. Eastern time. But these will be available at other e-tailers like Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment Earth. My guess is Amazon will have these as well. So these are not Pulse exclusives. So we've got a new Miles Morales. I believe this is based on the first movie. In the black outfit. We've got Peter Parker from the first movie, the one that got killed, with that kind of blondish hair. We've got the Spider-Man India, so we know there's an SH Figure Arts version of this guy coming. And I've not yet seen the second movie. It's on streaming, so I just haven't gotten around to actually watching it. But I have not seen the second one yet. But this dude is in the wave. Got masked and unmasked heads. We've got a new Spider-Gwen. And she's got multicolored hair and a little hologram figure that comes with her. We've got an updated version of Spider-Punk. So I'm not sure why he's purple. But there you go. Another Spider-Man 2099 with a masked and unmasked head. I don't know what's up with these carded images. I think these were early prototypes because it looks like you've got writing on the head. So I guess Hasbro scrambled to get these images out, and all the card backs say Peter Parker. So I think these were just early prototype images that they got out. And then an alternate universe version of Miles Morales as the Prowler. So 7 figures and all in this wave. And again, pre-orders begin on August 8th at 1 p.m. the normal 1 p.m. Eastern time. So if you want those figures, again, August 8th is when they go up for pre-order. Real quick, another one that has had some doubt, but I think like when I was checking with about the Death's Head, the e-tailers I checked with today had no indication about the Punisher 2-pack with the Bushwhacker that's supposed to be going up for pre-order on August 22nd. The Hasbro list is a fan channel exclusive, and then also Amazon. So my guess is between now and the 22nd, Hasbro will decide to let the e-tailers know that is something that they're going to be offering. So I don't think there'll be a problem with that. Some of these, though, I think we're going to be seeing this pattern where Hasbro Pulse puts them up at 1 p.m. Eastern time, and then makes the e-tailers wait until 7 p.m. Eastern time to put them up, because I think I don't know about the Punisher 2-pack, but the Outrider figure from Avengers Infinity War, I think that's how that one's going to work, which goes up at the end of the month. I think it was the 29th. So I'll just confirm that. But so, and again, these are all tactics to try and get you to buy directly from Hasbro, because they're essentially trying to cut out the middleman. I mean, there's just no other way to put it. When they're making, it's kind of, they know that most people will go to the first place that it goes up for pre-order to pre-order. So if Hasbro Pulse puts it up at 1 and makes everyone else wait till 7 p.m., they know they're going to get a lot more orders than they normally would. So that's basically what they're doing. And I don't like it. It's not a tactic. Again, I've said this many times. I don't know why Hasbro. I mean, I know why, because they're cutting out the middleman, which means they can make more of a profit. So from a business standpoint, I guess I kind of get it. But again, long-term effect, that if these e-tailers get put out of business because all the toy companies are trying to sell directly to you, I don't think it's going to be a good thing for the hobby. So it's a very short-term or short-sighted way to look at this hobby. But it is what it is, and I can talk about it till I'm blue in the face, and I don't think Hasbro's going to change what they do. So again, you guys will have to make that decision of whether you want to support the smaller businesses or just go with the first place that puts it up for pre-order. But again, with those, I think you're going to start seeing that pattern more and more, where Hasbro puts it up on Pulse earlier than other e-tailers. JC, if they aren't Hasbro Pulse exclusives, then more than likely I will be able to order through my distributor, hopefully. Sweet. Yeah, I don't know how, like, comic books, like under the Fan Channel banner, I don't know how comic book stores, like local comic book stores, fit in that. So, I mean, you would know that better than I do, Quinn, but yeah. Death's Head, hopefully you will be able to carry in your store at some point. Transformer size change from vehicle to robot sometimes. You're talking about Death's Head? Yeah, that's a good point. I guess he could change size. I'm not like, I haven't read a comic with Death's Head in years to begin with, and even then it wasn't like I really haven't read many of the Transformer comics with him in it, because those were UK releases, if I remember correctly. But I just remember looking through them and seeing, that, like, Death's Head was the same size as Rodimus and Galvatron, and I'm like, how does that work? But yeah, maybe he can change size. I don't know. Terax, isn't Death's Head 2 more of a villain than Death's Head? I recall Death's Head 2 hanging out with Titus in more recent books. I have the original miniseries with Death's Head 2, and again, I remember him appearing in some, or I don't know if it was X-Men appearing in his title or other way around, but I remember some comics with him and the X-Men in it. He's more probably, he's always kind of portrayed as that anti-hero type character. So, and I think Death's Head 2 was, and it's again been years since I read anything with him in it, but I want to say he was more hardcore, kind of like Lobo. And some people, you might classify Lobo as a bad guy or as a good guy. I don't know. So I kind of put Death's Head in that same category as like a Lobo type character. But and this version of Death's Head, and I want to say, and somebody can correct me, but I want to say these actually are two different guys. It's not like he just got a makeover into this look. I could be wrong on that, but I believe they are technically supposed to be two different guys, because I remember there being a comic where they actually face off against each other. But like I said, it's been a long time since I've read those. Vader hater. No, I have not. I should go watch it. I don't think I'm gonna have time to see it today, but I definitely need to go watch it. I mean, there's a part 3 coming, so almost part of me is like, I'll wait until both parts are out and then just watch it all as one. I think that's probably why I haven't watched part 2 yet, because I'm kind of waiting, because it's like when they break them up like that, I'm like, Death's was originally as big as a transformer, but something happened that made him shrink to human size. I forget. Yeah. Mainly, the writers decided, yeah, we want to put him in with some superheroes, so we're going to make him superheroes. Oh, Doctor. Yeah, and see, I did not. I never realized that Death's had a connection to Doctor Who. So I think somebody mentioned that last week. So that I don't remember at all. But again, I'm not a huge Doctor Who fan. I know the character, but I've never watched a lot of the episodes. In fact, I don't think I've ever watched an entire episode of Doctor Who. I probably would like it, but there's like Doctor Who is like one of those things where it's like, do you go back and try and watch from the very beginning? And then like, there's been so many episodes of Doctor Who in various forms and everything. It's just it's like where's the jumping on point for Doctor Who? And Doctor Who wasn't something like as a kid, it wasn't available to watch. So it was only until I was an adult where I really had access to watch Doctor Who. CJ says they are kind of the sort of the same guy. Death's Head one battled a villain called Minion, who ended up absorbing Death's Head. The two became one and changed. Okay, gotcha. I knew there was something like that, but so they're kind of the same, but they're not. Yeah, I don't know. Like in the comics, I like Death's Head 2 better, but for figures, I actually like the original better. So I thought in the comics he looked better as Death's Head 2, but figure form, I think actually Death's Head 1 looks better. So, what time? We got 3 minutes. So I'm gonna pop over to Hasbro Pulse. So just real quick while we're here, Cobra Rattler continues to move along. So we're now at 12,676. So we've got just under 1,500 to go before stretch goal number 2 is unlocked. It's been moving kind of slow. So originally I was thinking we'd get to stretch goal 2 by this week, which I think is still possible. But I mean, we've got 35 days to go, so we're not in any shortage of time. But hopefully we will get to the 14,000 mark here pretty soon. But I gotta say, Hasbro recently redesigned this site. Can't say I'm a huge fan of the new design. So I assume they'll go up on this convention exclusive page when the pre-orders go live here in just a couple of minutes. Sentinel is still sold out. Suppose they could make more available today, but I haven't heard anything about that. The site glitched out and logged me out of Pulse and wasn't. Damn, that sucks, dude. Eric says Hasbro Pulse has an Indiana Jones tab. Yeah, I don't think they're going to be using that anymore. Yeah, I mean, and someone who runs websites, I realize sometimes you have to make updates just for hardware reasons, and sometimes the design of the site gets affected. So, but I don't know. So I don't know why they redesigned it, but just not as good to me. So we got a couple seconds left. Like a countdown. We got 10 seconds to go till 1 o'clock. Hitting that refresh to see if they pop up. No, they're not popping up here. Go to the new page. All right, Hasbro, where are they? Where are the exclusives? Oh, here we go. All right, Death's Head, Darth Maul, Transformer 2-pack, Cobra Commander, Was a Man, a premium member only, so not letting non-premium members order early. I'm pulling back here because I'm not signed in at the moment, so I guess I better sign in. Well, apparently I've forgotten my password. But if you're just tuning in, San Diego Comic Con exclusives are up on Hasbro Pulse for you Pulse members. And apparently Hasbro Pulse is not recognizing my email, though, so that's interesting. I guess I haven't even tried to log in since they redesigned the site, so I don't know if something screwed up. Gotta love technology. All right. Finally, it recognized my email, so now I'm having to reset my password. So now I have to put in my recovery code. All right. Now it wants my birthday. Like, why does it need to know my birthday? All right, we're in. While I'm signed in, I'll probably go on and back the Rattler because I haven't backed the Rattler yet. But all right, we're now in. Jump back to so yes. So hopefully you guys are getting, those of you who are premium members, hopefully you are getting your pre-orders in, assuming you want these. If you don't want them, then don't have to worry about it. I would imagine the stuff that they're selling right now on Hasbro Pulse is in stock because I'm assuming it's the same stock that they had at San Diego itself. So I doubt there's much of a pre-order. I mean, even like if you were to pre-order through Big Bad Toy Store or Entertainment Earth later this evening, the desk head, that is, not the other stuff, because the other stuff's only available at Hasbro Pulse. But I would imagine there's going to be a small pre-order window. Gnarly Charlie's got his Cobra Commander. And all your orders before July 12th are only viewable and modified on the old site they provide. Nice. I don't think I have anything currently except for the Dragonfly. I think that's the only thing from Hasbro Pulse right now that I'm waiting on. So, and what Henry G saying sold out? What sold out in seconds? Cobra Commander looks like it's still available. Death's Head looks like it's still available. Darth Maul. Well, I don't know how this new site works, so it's still. I mean, it tells me premium only, but I'm not seeing anything that says sold out. Like when I click on the Sentinels, it says sold out, but the other stuff just says premium members. Benjamin Kidd says, once a man, out of stock now. Got one though. So are they not like showing it out of? It says in stock. That's annoying. Like it says here in stock, and it's nothing that says it's sold out. Oh yeah, I forgot about Giant Man. Yeah, that one I have. I bought Giant Man. I wasn't going to, and then at the very last second, I ended up getting Giant Man. Well, Cobra Commander is not showing out for me. Now, again, it's telling me premium members only, so maybe it's only showing sold out for those of you who are premium members. I don't know. I would think it would say sold out if it was sold out, but who knows? But right now on my screen, it's not indicating it's sold out. I can't buy it because I'm not a premium member. So I'm guessing if I tried to add it to my cart, if I was a premium member and tried to add it to my cart, it would tell me not available or something. But I guess they want to keep non-premium members coming back to the site, so they don't want them to think it's sold out. Oh God. Well, it sucks, but I'm not surprised. As I said, Cobra Commander I figured might sell out. But honestly, you know what? Like I say, I won't lose sleep over if I can't add this to my collection. It's not like Dr. Mindbender or Serpentor, where like if you didn't get it, it would be like this huge hole in your collection. I would have gotten it. It would have been nice. I wanted the snake to put around my roadblock, but again, $40 that I can use on something else. That's pretty much how I view the Cobra Commander. Shelf Presence says I'm a premium and can't get it. Judge Joe says such a stupid way to sell products on a site that doesn't work. And another reason why, Hasbro has to dump resources into this website and to sell directly to you. They don't really need to do that. So, I mean, it is annoying. Now, again, maybe, who knows, but maybe if these are selling really well, Hasbro will switch to a made to pre-order and make them available, maybe at 2 p.m. We'll check on if we're still online. we're still live here at 2. We'll go back and see what's what, but maybe they'll make it, switch over to made to pre-order if they've sold out. Me plus 3 says it does say in stock, but at checkout doesn't let you check out. So, of course, does that mean they're really sold out, or does it mean their website is glitching because it's getting hammered with traffic? Those are things you never know. It shows sold out instead of add to cart. Henry G says they're limiting you to 5, which is what they normally do. But of course, if you're trying to scalp these things, you probably have multiple accounts. There are ways to get around the 5 limit. So scalpers, make their living from this crap. So they find ways to skirt the system. The exclusives never showed up in the tab on the app for me. Did anyone else have that problem? I did not. I don't have the Hasbro Pulse app, so I have not looked at the app. And that's another thing is like you often get like these discrepancies between when something's available on the app and when it's available on a desktop. Always crazy with this stuff. Mr. Online says the bots probably got once a man. Right, shelf presence. That's a very good point. As we saw with Dr. Mindbender and Serpentor, they have released those multiple times, even after saying they sold out. So, with any of these, if they sell out, I would not be surprised if at some point you get another opportunity. Me plus 3, the app is trash. Yes, I had to type once a man to search. At least on the desktop, it came up under the con exclusive tab. I didn't have to type anything in. Had Cobra Commander in my cart within seconds of it going live, and I couldn't check out because it sold out while I'm like, yeah, that is like the worst. The worst of the worst is when you're trying to buy something, you have it in your cart, you're like going through the checkout, which a lot of times because when these sites get slammed, they slow down a lot. So you're like the site's moving like a snail. You've got it in your cart, you're ready to check out, and then all of a sudden it says, "Sorry, it's no longer in your cart." I feel like it should be, if it's in your cart, it should be yours for at least like 10 minutes. I get it that like they don't want people to like put it in their cart and then go away, but it should at least be guaranteed yours for like 10 minutes if you've got it in your cart. Because it's kind of like if you were in the store and you had it in your cart and then somebody came up to your cart and ripped it out of your cart and ran off with it. I mean, it shouldn't work that way, but it often does. It's such a pain in the ass. Same, I had Death's Head and only Death's Head went through. I had him and Death's Head. Yeah. Yeah, Death's Head's not going to sell out because that's not even a con exclusive. So, well, it could sell out on Pulse because Pulse might limit how many they sell just so the other e-tailers have a shot at selling it. But if you miss out on Death's Head on Pulse, you will have an opportunity for him later today at 7 p.m. I should have purchased Once a Man first. Yeah, I told, if any of these sold out, I was like, Once a Man is going to be the most popular of these figures. Um, but I wouldn't start looking on eBay at this point because again, I think if you've got to have this figure, I think you'll get another opportunity at some point. So I would wait. Don't run over to eBay and spend a lot of money. Don't reward the scalpers for scalping, because I do imagine at some point you'll get another opportunity. What time do we get to order Cobra Commanders? You missed it. I'm afraid it went up at 1 p.m. Eastern time for premium members. So I mean, you can check again at 2 p.m. when it's supposed to be available for everyone else. But I guess for now, it's sold out and sold out from what I'm hearing. Like, I'm not a premium member, so like on my screen, it still just says it doesn't show any indication that it's sold out. Um, just says premium members only. So, but technically, Mr. Hanger, it is already come and gone. Alonzo, premium members didn't matter with Coco. He keeps saying something is wrong. Why? So here's the question: has anyone on here at least been able to? Were they able to actually check out with Cobra Commander? Are we looking at a glitch with the site that's not letting anyone check out, or has it sold out? Because so if you were able to actually check out and you successfully purchased the Cobra Commander, uh, let me know. M. Beltran is saying Death's Head is now sold out. Again, remember for Death's Head for you guys, available at other places at 7 p.m. Eastern Time this evening. Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment Earth. So you will have another, definitely 100% have another opportunity for Death's Head. But 2 once a man on the website. I'm approved. All right, so Skyfall was able to successfully check out with the Cobra Commander. So at least some people are getting it. It's not just that the website is completely glitched up. So when Serpentor sold out initially, they put more online later. Yep, again, multiple times for Mindbender and Serpentor. So I think you will probably get another chance at this one. So like I say, I would definitely recommend patience. Don't run over to eBay or whatever, because I feel like you will get another chance. And I'm waiting to see if at 2 o'clock, when they make it open for everybody, if it says sold out or if they switch over to a made to pre-order type thing. Because again, they've done that in the past as well. Felix, GameStop. I cannot say 100% on GameStop because sometimes GameStop gets included with fan channels and sometimes they don't. It's like Amazon. They did not specifically call out any e-tailers like Amazon for Death's Head at Hasbro during San Diego Comic-Con. So, but again, sometimes GameStop gets slumped in with the fan channels. So you'll just have to look at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on GameStop if that's where you want to try and buy it. But definitely places like Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment Earth will have it up. I don't think it's going to be on Amazon. I can't swear to it 100%, but usually they know if it's going to be available on Amazon, on their slides and stuff. And there was no indication of Amazon for Death's Head. Green light says in stock, then below it says out of stock. I think the green light thing is meaning that this isn't a pre-order, that they have them in hand because they're selling through the inventory that they did not sell at San Diego. So I think that's what that means. That essentially, if you were able to buy one now, they will be shipping it out to you very soon. But again, what I'm kind of curious to see is if at 2 o'clock, if they switch over to a made to pre-order type thing, because they do sometimes do that if they see enough demand. So right now I'm not seeing any indication from Hasbro, but we'll wait and see. But for those of you who are like just dying to get that figure and you missed out, I do, it sucks. I've been there. Like for me with this one, it was like I'll get it if I can. If I don't, I'm not going to lose sleep over it. But And I think that's why I think like the Cobra Commander, this Cobra type of Cobra Commander figure is a much better type of figure to offer as a con exclusive than say Dr. Mindbender or Serpentor, which are key characters. But still, I mean, it's a cool figure. I liked it. Ralph says, I was able to check out for Cobra Commander on website. Never used the garbage app. So sweet, you got one. Nice. So I think it just sold out that quick. And again, we have no idea how many they actually made available. So, but that one is definitely, I think, the one that was the most popular. What's up, Ruckus? They seem to be plenty leftovers at the end of Sunday. So Ruckus was at Comic Con and he stayed through Sunday. So he's saying, like, that would, like, if your goal was to get Comic Con exclusives, Sunday was probably the best day because the lines weren't that bad. Like, I left Sunday morning, so I never even went to the convention floor on Sunday, but because I had a 5 hour flight. But if you were able to stay like through Sunday, that was probably your best day to go in and get exclusives. Now, granted, if you wait that long, some of them may have sold out completely. But with the Hasbro stuff, I don't think any of them sold out at the show. So Judge Stress says, I have boycotted Pulse and Serpentor. Do you think maybe they were limited quantities for Pulse members than other sets for limited quantity at 2 p.m.? Do I think that they're holding some for non-premium members? I I can't answer that definitively, but I got to be honest, that would kind of defeat the purpose of being a premium member because the premium member is supposed to give you early access before anyone else. So if they're holding some deliberately for non-premium members, again, that would kind of defeat the purpose of being a premium member. I don't like the premium member thing. I think it's ridiculous that you have to pay $50 to be able to get better access to buy their products. But simply speaking, if they were holding some back for non-premium members, then that would really totally defeat the whole purpose of the premium member thing. Now, that being said, I do think it's possible that at 2 p.m. they might put the back available for pre-order as opposed to in stock, which means you'll have to wait probably several months, maybe even until the end of the year before you got it in hand, but you would still be able to get it. I do think that's a possibility at 2 p.m. But as far as the actual in-stock inventory that they had, my guess is they have sold through that completely. Road Pig John, okay, my premium expired like a week ago, so let's see if I can get Cobra Commander after 2 p.m. Well, I'm definitely going to check at 2 p.m. to see if I can get one. I know if I have to pre-order it and wait, I have no problem with that. Hanzo, I think Once a Man figure was a good choice for an exclusive since it's just, see, I agree 100%. It's not a figure that is going to leave like a gaping hole in your collection if you don't get it. It's a nice figure. It's a nice figure to have, but it's not like Serpentor or Dr. Mindbender that are like major players in the Cobra organization that if you miss out, you won't have. Now, obviously, with the Dr. Mindbender, we're getting the retro cardback version. And we may get that with Serpentor, though I doubt we'll get his air chariot. And like to me, Serpentor without his air chariot is kind of pointless. So Felix is saying Cobra Commander is showing in stock. So if you missed out, you might want to run back over there. Again, for me, it's probably just going to say premium members only. Yeah. So, but again, according to Felix, he was able to just order one. So it's possible they made them available again. So that's another thing is you might want to just keep checking periodically if you're a premium member. If you're not a premium member, you're gonna have to wait till 2. But gnarly Charlie. Now I need that crappy Roadblock. Which the Amazon exclusive Roadblock? That's a good figure. If you're well, though, I guess actually in the movie he wasn't wearing that original outfit. He was wearing the white one. So we kind of have that version too. But yeah. So again, according to all I can see is premium member only. So I can't tell you whether it's in stock or not. But Felix is saying in stock right now as of 1:21 p.m. Eastern time. So Automatom is saying still says sold out for him. Matt, not all in stock. Cobra Commander just still says sold out to him. Okay, so getting mixed reports. Shelf presence still saying it hasn't changed. So it looks like most of you are still showing sold out. So don't know if Felix just got really lucky and they put a couple back in stock. Henry G says still sold out for him, and he's been checking everything since it went up. Darth Primus, what's up, my friend? Says in stock, but when you click on it, it says sold out. See, it's just interesting to listen to all the various, like, it's different for different people. Some people are saying it's sold out. Some people are saying it lets me put it in my cart, but then when I check out, it won't let me check out. Somebody just said they were able to buy one. Crazy, crazy, crazy. And of course, like I say, for us non-premium members, all we see is it telling us that right now it's only available to premium members. Typical Hasbro. Brigham Moreau on a popular exclusive. Yep. CJ. New site is bad. Well, while we wait till I'll try and stay on here till 2 o'clock so we can see what happens at 2. But hasn't been a lot of news this week other than the San Diego Comic Con exclusive. I already talked about the Marvel Legends Spider-Man Spider-Verse figures. One other thing that popped up this weekend, kind of interesting if you're a Simpsons fan. Another 5-inch Simpson figure, thanks to Walmart, Bartman. And I just noticed I have a typo there in the title because stupid self-correct took out the R because it thought I was trying to say Batman. But Bartman is popped up on Walmart's website, not available for purchase. This was not announced by Jax. In fact, Jax had a San Diego Comic-Con panel and they didn't mention this figure. I don't know if this is a Walmart exclusive. The thing that there's nothing on Walmart's website that says it's an exclusive, but you'll notice on the back here, it is showing the other Wave 1 figures. So that makes me think this is kind of like a one-off, not part of an actual wave, which would make it more likely to be an exclusive. So if you're into the new Simpsons figures, again, it is up on Walmart's website, though not currently available for purchase. I don't think it's been available for purchase. I think it's just a placeholder page. And again, Jax has not officially announced this figure. And that's how it goes, especially with Jax, because as bad as Hasbro can be with communication, Jax is usually 10 times worse. And I'm saying that is a premium. What? I was trying to catch. Oh, here we go. It shows sold out on the app. It really doesn't help when promos have or primos have early access coupled with 5-figure limit. And honestly, that's probably why Hasbro waited until the absolute last minute to announce these going up for pre-order, because they figured their site would get slammed if they announced it well ahead of time. So they probably deliberately waited until the very last minute to say, "Hey, these are going up for pre-order," so that yeah, only those who basically sit online 24 hours a day would be aware that these were going up for pre-order. JC, I called Hasbro customer service number and informed them of the issue, and all I heard was laughing on the other end. Seriously? You're making it? No way. The Simpsons stuff has been selling well here at my shop, pretty much sold out. Nice. Yeah, the Simpsons stuff, I mean, they're affordable. I mean, that's the main advantage they have over, say, Super 7, is they're a lot more affordable. I thought we could all use a lot of salty comments on Hasbro's Integrant. Oh, color me surprised. I'm sure their Facebook page is filled and their Twitter feed is filled with a lot of hateful comments as well. Moisa says Hasbro offices are closed. Apparently, I called the Pulse phone number. I don't know why they'd be closed. It's not a holiday. Heading back over to Pulse just to see what it says now. Okay. Yes. Hannibal King points out that on that little green light, it now says sold out. So they are now at least showing that it's sold out. Now, again, the question is, because when it said in stock, I assume that meant that this wasn't a pre-order, that they were selling in stock item. So now the question remains, will they switch over to a pre-order system and allow people to pre-order the figure to get it at a later time? Like everyone who was able to get it up to this point will end up getting it in hand probably within the next week. But then will they open it up for pre-order so that people who want it can still get it at cost, but they'll just have to wait longer to get it? So we'll have to. That's what I'm kind of waiting on to see if they do that or not, or whether they're just going to be like, "Yeah, we're done. If you really wanted this figure, you should have gone to San Diego Comic-Con" type thing. So we'll have to see what they do. Benjamin Kitt, thank you. I found these pre-orders were going up today 49 minutes ago. I knew it would be today, but didn't know the time. Thanks for a great. Yeah, well, I mean, if you knew, you knew. I mean, Hasbro waited last minute to announce it. I'd seen people making assumptions that they were going up today, but there was nothing official from Hasbro that said they were going up today. And because there was a lot of confusion with the Death's Head, which is not a San Diego Comic Con. See, that's what, like under normal circumstances, because they announced the Death's Head was going up for pre-order today. And if that was an actual San Diego Comic Con exclusive, I would have been like, well, if that one's going up today, they should all be going up today, right? But because Death's Head technically isn't a San Diego Comic Con exclusive, that's why I wasn't like so sure that the other stuff was going to go up today. In fact, I feel like they should have waited for the other stuff to go up a later time so that people just wanted Death's Head could get Death's Head and then could come back for the other stuff later. Like, I don't see why they did Death's Head because it's on the same day as the other Comic Con exclusives, but that's just me. Gnarly Charlie says it's no longer available. So, like I say, we'll have to wait and see what happens. I still think there's a chance at some point, maybe not, maybe not, maybe not even today, but at some point they'll come back and open up pre-orders for that one. Just looking at their social media because sometimes they make updates there. And yes, as expected, there's a lot of pissed off people. JB says it's officially sold. Again, yeah. So definitely, what that means to me is they've sold through their in-stock inventory. So, which probably means the inventory that they brought back from San Diego, they now have put up and sold through. So now, like I say, the question remains: will they open up pre-orders? Like, will they go back to production and open up pre-orders and allow people to pre-order the figure? Again, that would mean you'd have to wait longer. You wouldn't get it as quickly as those who bought it as in stock. But we have seen Hasbro do that before. JC, always work really hard to bring us the news information as possible from the entire toy industry, and I, for one, am very appreciative and recognize. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's not always easy, man. Though I will take blame. Like last week, because at least when I was talking to you guys in the live stream, I pretty much said they weren't going to go up today, and that was more of an assumption on my part. What I should have said is Hasbro's not officially said that they're going up today, and therefore, and maybe I did say I don't know, but I said that online, but I don't know if I said that in the live stream. But I was kind of making an assumption that the Death's Head was going to go up and not the other stuff because the Death's Head was an actual con exclusive, and because Hasbro had made no indication of when those other things were going to go up for pre-order. But now that I think about it, they probably deliberately waited until the last minute to announce them going up because they didn't want their website getting hammered as much. And yeah, so I probably misspoke a little bit last week when I talked about it because I should have said I don't really know when they're going. The San Diego coming, and I think I said that, but I also said I didn't think they were going up today, and I was wrong on that. So I think people that were saying it was going up today were guessing as well, but they guessed right, and I guessed wrong. Mr. Beltran. So Death's Head, not the other stuff, but Death's Head. This figure will be going up at e-tailers like Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment Earth at 7 p.m. this evening. So if this is the figure you want, you will definitely get another shot at this figure. You may have to wait a little bit longer. Again, my guess is what went on sale today on Hasbro Pulse was just the inventory that they brought back from San Diego Comic Con. But because it's a fan channel exclusive, e-tailers are going to be offering it. I don't know when they will actually ship it out to you. I don't think it'll be a super long pre-order window, but it's probably not. It's still probably going to be like a month, something like that. But yes, you will get this figure, another option of at this figure. Not the other stuff, not the Cobra Commander, not the Transformer 2-pack, not the Darth Maul. Those are true 100% San Diego Comic-Con exclusives, and those will only be available through Hasbro Pulse. And right now it looks like they've sold out of at least the Cobra Commander. I don't know if any of you guys have looked at the other two, the Transformers or the Star Wars, so I don't know if those are selling or what. Roland, I did not. I'm not a premium member for Hasbro Pulse, so I wasn't going to pay $50. I wasn't able to stand in line at Comic Con to get Cobra Commander. So right now, I've missed out on Cobra Commander. If they put it up for pre-order, I will pre-order it. If they don't, I'm not going to go pay secondary market prices for it, so I'll just do without it. But no, I was not able to get Cobra Commander. So I feel your guys', for those of you who have not been able to get that one, I definitely feel your pain. Only difference is I made up my mind when the figure was announced that if I get it, I get it. If I don't, I'll be okay. Because it just was not a must-have. It was a cool figure. I liked the idea of it. It would have been nice to add it to the collection, but at the same time, it's not a critical piece in my collection. It doesn't create a huge hole in my collection, and I can live without it. So at least based on what I'm seeing here, it looks like Death's Head and Cobra Commander sold out. The Darth Maul and the Transformer 2-pack are still available, according to the little green light on each of the pre-orders. Technodrome. Ever since Serpentor and Mindbender, I haven't needed Premium Pulse. And after today, I'm definitely not renewing it. Yeah, I've always just, I know a lot of people, when I make this, say, I don't think $50 is worth the premium membership, will say, well, it's free shipping. But I just don't buy enough from Hasbro Pulse for that to be of much value to me. So, and I don't want to start, like, I don't want to, I suppose I could buy everything through Hasbro Pulse, but then that's hurting the small business. So I'm not willing to do that. So I've never been willing to pay the $50 premium price, and never plan to either. So, and I knew going in, I mean, I was pretty clear. I was like, if any of these sell out, it's going to be the Cobra Commander. And so I was like, that one is probably the one that will sell out. I mean, Death's Head technically sold out on Pulse, but again, that'll be available elsewhere. So you definitely don't have to worry about that one. But Cobra Commander was definitely the one that I figured was going to be the hardest to get out of these exclusives. Technodrome, it's cool. I mean, I don't know if you know absolutely nothing at all about the character. I don't know if it's worth getting, but he definitely has crossover appeal because he's appeared in both Transformer comics and Marvel. So it's technically a Marvel Legend figure, but there are probably a number of Transformer fans out there who wanted to pick this one up as well. So he's got cross brand appeal. CJ, so was Death's Head just now on Pulse? And then it was. And again, I think everything, all these exclusives up on Pulse right now, I think is just the inventory that they had at San Diego Comic Con. Maybe they held a few extra just for Pulse, but primarily was the inventory that they took to Comic Con but didn't sell through and brought it back and then sold online. So I think that's what you're seeing. So I think everyone who is pre-ordering or was able to get these today on Pulse, whether it's Death's Head, whether it's Cobra Commander, Darth Maul, and the Transformer 2-pack as well, my guess is you will get a shipping notification pretty soon that will be coming to you in the mail. Like when Death's Head goes up for pre-order at places later today at 7 p.m., I don't think it'll be a huge window, but it will be a pre-order. Big Bad Toy Store doesn't have these figures in stock right now, so they will have to wait for Hasbro to send them the figures before they can then ship them out to you. So how long of a window that'll be, I don't know. But what went up on Hasbro Pulse today, I think, was just the inventory that they didn't sell through at Comic-Con and now made it available online, which is probably why the two most popular ones sold out super quick. Because while they didn't completely sell out of those at Comic-Con, those were probably the two they had the least amount of inventory for. William and Tenley, I mirror Quinn Comics sentiment. You are a good dude and truly well. I that is my number one goal. I'm not a great entertainer. I'm not a drama queen. I just try and bring you guys as accurate information as I possibly can. And I get more mad at myself, like when I say something that doesn't end up being correct. And I try, I don't think that happens a lot, but when I do, like, I beat myself up more than anything, because it's like, God damn it. And like I say, toy companies don't make it easy a lot of times, because it would be great if I could just go and say, hey, Hasbro, what's going on here? And that they would respond back to me, but they don't. So I have to kind of piece things together. So, with the Death's Head, I knew at San Diego, they specifically said it was a fan channel exclusive. I knew it was supposed to be available elsewhere, but dates weren't clear, times weren't clear. None of that was terribly clear. This morning when I checked with e-tailers, they didn't have any indication of Death's Head. It wasn't until later in the day that they got word from Hasbro that they would be offering it. So very last minute on all of this. Very confusing. So, and, so I beat myself up probably more than you guys do when I get something wrong. And I try to be as accurate as possible. That's why, I see a lot of rumors that will fly around on the internet. Like, there's a list of Marvel Legend figures that flew up this weekend. And I will say, after today's Spider-Verse pre-orders, there's maybe some more credibility to that list. And I don't know. I can probably bring it up here. Let me see if I... Okay, so this popped up this weekend on Reddit. And again, I've not, other than, like I say, and even this list is not, like, I don't know what they mean by Spider-Man Unlimited, Spectacular Spider-Man. Spider-Man India is definitely in the wave that went up. It's going to be going up for pre-order this week. Gwen Stacy is in the wave. Miles Morales Casual, I don't know. So I'm not even sure I would count these as 100% accurate. So, these others on this list, I have no way of knowing if they're accurate at this time. Some of these seem kind of weird. Hypno Hustler. I mean, I know Hasbro tends to go deep with some of these, but that one definitely is a weird one. Slide. I hope that Slide is correct, because I would love a Slide. I remember reading him for the first time in Web of Spider-Man. So I would. He's basically this dude that, like, slides around. Like, his suit's made with some type of, like, if you ever seen like a Christmas Vacation, where they put the stuff on the sled and then it goes zooming. That's kind of like what Slide is. And then these X-Men Legacy figures, which kind of makes sense. These would be movie figures, but again, somebody misspelled Beast on this list. And so, I really, until I have more of a verification, I'm hesitant. I mean, I'm showing you guys here, but again, I'm being pretty clear that I have no idea whether this list, how accurate this list is. And because the guy doesn't tell us where he got the information from, it's hard to know. But right now, I've not been able to verify much of this from any other source. So I don't want to report on it until I can do. It may be 100% a legit list. It may be. I don't know. But But that's always kind of like where I'm having to weigh, like, because if I posted that on like Marvelous News, it would get a lot of traffic. But again, I don't want to post something if it's not accurate. So I try and take that pretty seriously. The Watcher says, I have doubt. Yeah, see, and I kind of, this weekend, I 100% had doubts. Like I said, after we got the news of the Spider-Verse wave going up for pre-order this week, that gave that list a little bit of credibility, but still, even those don't match up 100%. Now, again, you have to keep in mind with these distributor lists that which is where this information usually comes from. A lot of times they're using code names and so then you have to try and decipher the code name and things like that. But it can definitely be hard to figure it out. John, my friend, greetings to you as well. From well, I'm not in Ireland, but hope Ireland is nice. It's probably rainy and kind of cold as it usually is in Ireland, but hopefully things are going good for you. I don't even know. You're like what 7 5 6 7 hours ahead of me, so it's probably much later in the day for you. But thank you for tuning in. Yes, they are. But if somebody was going to fabricate a list, well, so first of all, if you were going to fabricate a list, knowing that we just got those teasers, obviously you'd put those on the list to make it seem more credible. But on that list, the Spider-Man Unlimited is listed as a Spider-Verse figure. Now, that figure, there is no Spider-Man Unlimited figure in the Spider-Verse wave that just went up for pre-order or just got announced today and will go up for pre-order on the 8th. So that puts some doubt into. I mean, yes, I think Hasbro was definitely teasing a Spider-Man Unlimited figure during their Comic-Con panel with that teaser, but I doubt it's going to be a Spider-Verse figure. And again, if you, I'm not saying it is, I'm not, because I don't know, but I'm saying if you were going to fabricate a list to try to get attention online, you would take something that sounds plausible, like two figures that Hasbro obviously teased in their recent San Diego Comic Con panel, and put it in the list. So I don't really count because those are on the list. I don't really consider that proof that the list is legit. Again, I'm not saying it's not legit because I don't know, but I'm not taking that as proof because that would be a kind of a no-brainer to add to your list. John, it's 6:50 p.m. Monday evening here, 19 degrees Celsius. And my in-laws just got back from, they went to Ireland about a week or so ago. So they went to Scotland and Ireland. Oh, is he? Well, he's not in the figures that are going up for pre-order this week, so we'll put it that way. And if you guys were late, that was kind of the big news, big non-San Diego Comic-Con news of the day was that we've got a new wave of Spider-Verse figures that was just announced this morning that will be going up for pre-order on August 8th. So some of the figures in that leak list are here, but a lot of them aren't. So I don't know. Like I said, I don't have enough to say the list is fake, but I don't have enough to really say that it's true either. So All right, we're getting close to 2, so I'm going to wait till 2 so we can just see if anything changes at 2 o'clock on Hasbro Pulse for these exclusives. But then we're probably going to call it a day. And if you are coming in late, I went early today because I wanted to get out in front of these San Diego Comic Con exclusives. So normally I go up at 3, but I went up earlier today. I went live earlier today because of the last minute news of these Comic Con exclusives, and I knew if I waited until 3 o'clock to go live that this news would no longer be relevant in any way. Raleigh Charlie says, "If we get Hypno Hustler before Looter, I'm going to be pissed." I got to be honest. I am not even. I'm not even familiar with Hypno Hustler, so I literally need to Google him to see who the hell he is. So I guess he's he looks like a kind of like a male version of Dazzler. Definitely interesting if that actually ends up being a figure that gets released. John Brooks, I contacted Mattel about deliveries. They won't ship to Ireland, so I may need to try a P.O. box and drive to Northern Ireland, which is 4 hour drive and back kind of stuff. You're talking about for like what, the snake layer from Mattel Creations? Yeah, all that stuff's always even more of a pain, usually for you guys overseas. The watch, is he? I don't remember him. Let me see. Let me go to his Wikipedia page. Says he first appeared in Peter Parker's Spectacular Spider-Man number 24, 1978. So that well predates Tombstone. I mean, I'm not saying he didn't join up with Tombstone at a later time, but he didn't at least start out. Looks like he was in a freak nightclub accident or something. So definitely the snake. I got to be honest. I've not seen a lot of people happy with the snake layer. I mean, I don't know exactly what the cost is going to be on that, though. The based on the poll that they put out last week, it would suggest that it's going to cost around $300. So I'm wondering if that's going to actually end up getting funded, and I'm wondering if Mattel's not a bit worried if that one's going to get funded or not. Because I've seen like a lot of people. I mean, I thought it was pretty. I mean, I'm not really into Origins that much these days, so I don't plan on getting it myself. But I thought it looked pretty cool when I saw it at San Diego. Now, to me, it looked more like a Cobra headquarters than a Masters of the Universe playset, but I still thought it was pretty cool. But again, especially if it's $300, I wonder if it's going to have a hard time getting funded. Well, the Hypno Hustler and Slide are not listed as Spider Verse figures. Those, if the list is correct, are listed as like just regular comic book based figures. And I would definitely like a Slide figure. Again, he's an obscure character, but I I do remember him, and he was pretty cool. All right, we got just a few seconds till 2 o'clock. So 2 o'clock. So what do we got? Anything change? Nope. Sold out. So now for us non-premium members, I can get Darth Maul or the Transformer, which I don't really. I am. If I've really cut back on my Black Series purchases. Otherwise, I would probably get this one, but Once a Man is sold out. It looks like, and no pre-orders or anything at this time. Same thing for Death's Head. However, again, Death's Head, for those of you who missed out, you will be able to pre-order it tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So I guess we'll have to see if Hasbro. If you missed out on Cobra Commander and you want him, I would probably, let your voice be heard by Hasbro. Don't be an asshole about it, but go on their social media and say you would really like to get this figure. You should open it back up with pre-orders and let them know, let them see that there's enough demand to go back into production for it, basically. Adam says he got Maul. Nice. But for now, unfortunately, it looks like only a small handful of premium members were able to get Cobra Commander. So definitely kind of sucks. But I guess I can't sit here and say I'm super shocked either. But again, I wouldn't run off to eBay just yet. I would give it some time and see if Hasbro does anything to make it available again. All right, guys. Going to call it a day, but thank you for joining me early. For those of you who got the exclusives that you wanted, congrats. For those that didn't, I feel your pain. If we get any updates on them making Cobra Commander available again, we'll have that news up on TNI. And if we get that news before Wednesday, I'll be back on Wednesday with another live stream. Should be back at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, my normal time. So if any new developments happen between now and then, we'll definitely talk about it on Wednesday. But for up-to-the-minute news, we'll have that up on TNI. But I want to thank you guys for joining me today. And, as always, stay safe out there. And until next time, I'll catch you later. Thanks for watching today's video. Now, if you're new to the channel, please think about hitting that subscribe button. Also hit the bell notification so you're alerted every time I upload a new video. For all the latest action figure news, be sure to head over to ToyNewsEye.com, MarvelousNews.com, JediInsider.com, and TFormers.com. And remember, action figures are great,